Good Wednesday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldridge, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center on behalf of Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, East Tennessee's #1 tire service and auto repair since 1953. Gotta love Madlock. They've been serving the community for such a long time. You know they're doing something right. They have 5 convenient locations, and you might say, I just put on a new set of tires a couple of years ago. Maybe you just need them to check. Maybe you need them to have rotated. They also do oil changes. That's what I love about Madlock. Very convenient. They have an awesome website. You go to madlocktireservice.com. You can get your own appointment, set it up online. They're in Knoxville. They're in Maryville. They have locations in Lenoir City and Athens and Hardin Valley. And this is what it looks like. One example, in Lenoir City, it's with the Tennessee flag and the U.S. flag. Love it. Madlock Tire Service Auto Repair, been serving our community for quite some time. By the way, we got some cold air to talk about. We got a whole lot of things to talk about, but I can tell you this. The cold air is certainly what people are noticing these last couple of mornings. They're still in the teens, again, for the plateau, but for whatever reason, we've decided to hold on to some heat. We're at 24. So a huge difference between, say, Jamestown at 14 and Knoxville 24. 10-degree difference, right? You pick one. That's easy. I could throw a dartboard on. I could throw a dart and hit that target, right? 10-degree difference. It's 23 in Morristown. It's 20 in Newport. We have 19 degrees in Athens. And if you look at the wind speeds right now aren't necessarily all that strong, but it doesn't take much in the morning. We have a 5-mile-an-hour wind in Knoxville, 7 in Maryville, 5 in Oneida, and that translates to 8, he says, for a wind chill currently in Oneida, and it feels like 13 in Crossville, feels like 18 here in the city. If you're on the call, I want to say good morning to you. Leave me a comment. Would love to say hi. Put Steve Stone. He's usually quick on the comment draw there. He has the sunshine and the smiley face. And in fact, we're going to get both. I think that probably will put some smiles on some faces. Karen Robbins, she's in Fairfield Glade. She says, good morning, David. It's a Burr 16. 16 degrees and Fairfield Glade, sitting with my warming up coffee, sitting with my coffee, she says, I guess with the emoji. Happy hump day to all, and happy to you. It's the 15th. We've reached the middle of the month, of the first month of 2025. It's just amazing how time flies. Fred Wingenbach says hello. He's got another chilly morning in Maryville. He says the actual temperature is 23 degrees. Stay warm. Thank you, Fred, for being here. I love the fact you can see your faces, even though it's small. See, if you do a real close-up view, that little box will get a little bit bigger, but I do appreciate everyone's time here. It is 6:43. My goal was to be done at the top of the hour. I'll keep everything kind of compact, but I have a lot of information to share with you for the days ahead. Visibility 10 miles. We're not showing much fog. It's a fogless morning. We will find lots of sunshine as the sun will be coming up this morning at 7:45 yet again. Where are the snowflakes? I thought it was winter. Where's the snow? It's up toward the Great Lakes. That's where they're going to have some snowflakes. In fact, there's a winter storm watch for the mountains of West Virginia. Not all of West Virginia, just parts of the mountains up there, as they'll be getting more snow in the coming hours and days. Today, we're expecting a high now of 38. We've been staying a little bit warmer in Knoxville. It's 24 now. We'll probably be making it now more like in the upper 30s. That's okay. With enough sunshine, there is a warming trend for tomorrow. We'll be well into the 40s tomorrow. We might be in the mid to upper 40s on Thursday. But at least for today, as far as today is concerned, pick out your favorite town: Hamlin County, Morristown, Talbot, Jeff City, about 36. 38 for Oak Ridge, Clinton, and Norris, about 39 for Maryville, as well as Alcoa. Union County, we're talking Maynardville, about 38 degrees, 36 for Crossville, and about low 40s. Certainly achievable for McMinn County as well as Monroe County, both 41, 42 respectively down there. Sun's up at 7:45, goes to bed now at 5:46. You know, I like to take notes. That's just a note taker. 48:30, that's the normal high and low. Why be normal? We've been cold basically the entire month. Relative to averages. 72, the record high from 1907. Theodore Roosevelt was president in 1907. Just to give you some context, that's been on the books for a long time. And the record low is even older. It's from 1893. 1893, Grover Cleveland was president back in that time frame, the second go-around. The low was 5. We're not anywhere near 5 degrees. But did I mention Madlock? You want to make sure you grab an oil change. Get on their schedule so you need good working tires in winter. You know what I mean? You need to be able to have some traction, and you want to make sure those tires are rotated in a timely manner. They will take good care of you. They will take great care of you at Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair. Let's talk about bus stop at 646. Oh yes, we've got temperatures that are going to be in the 20s, some cases the teens, but as the kids roll into school and roll back home, temperatures should be finishing between 2 and 3:30, around 37, 38 degrees. That's where I expect to be with bright sunshine today. Make sure you grab the sunglasses. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of wind in the Smokies, not a huge deal there, but you'll notice as far as the bigger picture, temperature-wise, that was the other story, with a high of only 41 degrees yesterday. The high was 41. The only day that was quote-unquote near average was on Monday when we hit 46. Keep in mind the benchmark for much of this month, I think 3 weeks, more than 3 weeks of January, the normal high is 48 and the normal low is 30. But as far as the highs are concerned, we've had quite a few blue squares, which would represent some very cold air relative to normal. I did mention there's some concern, appears, for some winter weather up in West Virginia. They even have some cold weather advisories around Roanoke, but nothing going on here. Cold weather advisories is the new product from the National Weather Service, and it replaces the wind chill advisory. So they've had some wind chill concerns, what appears to be back toward Roanoke. Still snow downwind of the Great Lakes, and I don't see a whole lot going on elsewhere, although there's some freeze concerns, frost concerns in blue in southern Georgia. I got some more comments that are trickling in. I want to say good morning, Darcy. She says, happy hump day. Back to school is so hard after 3 snow days. I would imagine kids maybe aren't motivated, but hopefully the teachers can give them a new assignment and they'll be off and running. We'll have to wait and see. Darcy, glad to have you. I know you are in the education field. And, Carrie says good morning. She says hi. She's got the sunshine. She's applauding the sun and the 2 cups of coffee with the advice of stay safe and stay warm. Also live streaming on YouTube. I mentioned Steve Stone's there. I got Lana here on Facebook. She says good morning. Everyone have a great day. Love the virtual cups of coffee there. And if you can see, maybe it's a little distracting here. Let me cool this over to the side here. That way we can see your faces a little easier. But that's Lana Johnson there in the bottom right of the screen. Wanda Poe has some insight. She says, David's still waiting on my big snow. 3 inches was okay, but would like a 5 or 6 inch snow next time. Go Team Snow. Hey, I'll do my best, Wanda. I'm just the messenger, right? Complaining to me is probably not the best idea. I mean, you can tell me what you think, but I always like to remind people, weather is not a vending machine. I believe me. People are like, oh, I heard we're getting this. I heard we're getting this. I say, that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that you're hearing all sorts of things that aren't based in reality. They're based in fantasy because they're basically run on these particular models, which one model run does not a trend make. One model run does not a pattern make. Do you see what I'm saying? So people are like, oh, why do that to yourself? Why do that to yourself? All you have to do is tune in to me and I'll tell you if I'm going to get excited about a snow event. I'm more concerned about the cold event, which I'm going to get to here in just moments. By the way, we've now picked up 5.1 inches of snow. Wanda only had 3. To be fair, I'm in West Knox County. I only had 3 inches, and I measured it in multiple places, multiple times, in multiple directions. 3 inches was about all I could muster in West Knox County. But officially, at the airport, where records matter and they go back to the 1800s, we have 5.1 on the books. 1.59 is in terms of rain and melted snow. We average 4.76 if you're interested. And speaking of rain, it's now 6:49. We got some rain to talk about. Boo, yay. Someone's like, hey, last I heard, we're still in a drought. Wouldn't be too bad if we got some rain, Aldrich. I agree. I think we need some rain. By 5 o'clock Friday, it's still dry. It's still dry at 5 o'clock on Friday. Well, when's this rain going to come in? If we have a mostly sunny Friday, that just dispels or debunks everything you might have heard 2 days ago. I heard we're getting snow on Friday. That's unfortunate. No, we're not. Notice here that's just nothing going on Friday until Friday night. Even at 10 o'clock, it's dry. But after 10 o'clock, and more likely after midnight, suddenly the numbers in these virtual rain gauges start to populate. So what you're saying is the rain's going to come in late Friday night. Ding, 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 ding. That's what I'm saying. And in some cases, it could mix in Harlan County. It could mix in the Smokies, but mainly rain. It's just a rain event. And so that might have all the excitement or the flair that snow would make in the headline, but it's rain. And by 7 a.m. Saturday, this particular model wants to suggest we pick up over a ½ inch by sunrise Saturday. So somewhere between 10 p.m. Friday and 7 a.m. Saturday, you pick up a whopping ½ inch of rain in some cases. Maybe it's only 0.4 for Morristown. or less than that, and they'll follow it. But give it some time. Give it the rest of the day. Scattered rain showers, we might end up with a ½ inch to an inch. That's the way things are trending. Kingston suggests they're 0.91. Well, it looks like 0.81 potentially around, say, Tellico Plains. Again, it's just going to depend on where these rain showers take up residence, and eventually it'll change over to some snow. By the way, it's 6:51, bright, sunny, chilly today. I think we can check that box. It will be milder tomorrow, but did I mention it's going to be gusty? Oh, how gusty. 35 miles an hour. I mean, winds are going to be probably 10 to 20 out of the southwest tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, gusting up to 35 miles per hour. Is that earth-shattering? No, but it's a warm wind. It's a warm wind, which is why I'm now moving and adapting my high temperature expectation for Thursday to 49. We're going to be near 50 tomorrow. You can thank that gusty wind. You might not like gusty winds, but when it's from the south and west, it's going to warm you up and maybe warm your heart at the same exact time. Mainly rain late Friday night. We've covered that, and rainy at times on Saturday. You with me? I think you're with me so far. So those are the headlines. By the way, temperatures right now 24 if you're just joining me. It's 19 in Johnson City. I was expecting to be in the upper teens this morning. We didn't fall that far. So we're probably going to be off to the races into the upper 30s today. 28 current temperature in Chattanooga, but you throw in the wind chill. It feels like it's 12 in Johnson City and feels like it's 18 degrees in Knoxville. So that's the wind chill at the particular time. By the way, Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair. Can I brag about them enough? I'll tell you what, East Tennessee's #1 tire service and auto repair since 1953. I mentioned the website. There it is in the upper right, madlocktireservice.com. They've got locations in Knoxville, Farragut, which is the same, Maryville. They've got a location in Lenore City. They have a location there in Athens. You can check them out. There's their street address. There's the phone number. But you might want to get on their calendar by going to madlocktireservice.com. Hardin Valley is another great location. All of these locations, you're going to get the top of the service, best service you can get for your tires, have them rotated, get new tires, and get an oil change while you're at it. They will help you. And if you tell them that Captain Accurate sent you, it's a win-win-win, because you might be surprised of the smile that comes on their faces. Doesn't matter which location. If you're in Athens, Lenore City, but check them out, Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair. The Madlock family have been serving East Tennessee now since 1953. You know they're doing something right. You know they're doing something right. And if you've never tried Madlock, give them a call. Check them out. Go to their website. I think you'll be impressed. And you'll notice behind me, you know, they got some like a rocking chair. You could kind of kick back, play some cornhole, maybe when it's warmer, mind you. But you can also sit on the bench. You can enjoy the great outdoors while they do all the work for you. And it's great because you can get on their calendar today. Temperature right now is 24. But look, you don't have to go that far to find 2. You don't have to go to Bismarck. You don't even have to go to Minneapolis to find a 2-degree temperature. It's in Indianapolis. Well, why are you pointing this out? Because some of that chill is headed here. Focus on the colors for just a moment. Please, please, please look at the colors. I can tell you the purple, magenta, fuchsia represents single digits, but you can see right now it represents the single digits. And in some cases, in Minneapolis, it's sub-zero. It's -3 actual temperature in Minneapolis under that purple coloring. Now, what if that purple coloring comes to Knoxville? Oh, that's not going to happen, David. Yes, it is. It happens next week. That's why I say it's so important you pay attention, because if you don't have a great way, and I don't mean like an okay way, I mean a great way to heat your home, maybe you need more firewood, maybe you need to prepare, whatever you need to do. But all of these purple areas represent single-digit wind chills, if not below 0. And that's why I'm concerned. I'm going to show you here why I'm concerned with this next animation. This is the future cast, right? The purple looks like it avoids us in this go-around, but give it a few more days. Let's take you to the 19th. I believe that's Sunday. Sunday is the 19th. It starts to get cold again. But see, the purple, it didn't make it in here, David. You were wrong. No, I wasn't. Give it another day. Give it into the 20th. Oh, so it's cold here. Yes, just like Indianapolis is cold. Just like Minneapolis is cold. It comes to town. And it's going to be cold for inauguration. It's going to be cold for Martin Luther King Day. But thankfully, the kids probably don't have to go to school. I would imagine they stay home unless they're homeschooled. But look at this. It's just so cold from New York City to Pittsburgh to Knoxville. I can't advertise this enough. Cold air is dry, and dry air is cold. It doesn't mean it's a big snowstorm. But the headline, which is going to get lost, it always does, because cold, if you're going to do paper, rock, and scissors, you know which beach is paper, rock, or scissors? You know that cold always gets beat by the snow headline. People say, how much snow are we going to get? Maybe you don't get a whole lot. Maybe if you focus on this weekend, which is very little, it's like the football analogy. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where you have a big game next weekend, but you kind of overlook the opponent that you have this weekend. You know what I mean? So the Tennessee Vols have been there. There have been many an NFL team that focused on the week ahead, but they didn't prepare for the weak opponent they have ahead of them. And if you're not focused on this cold, you're going to be so focused on snow that comes in maybe later, you're going to be disappointed. You will have missed the forest for the trees, is what I'm trying to say. And all this will start to retreat, looks like by Wednesday, January 22nd. Valley planner for today, 38. I expect to be in the latter part of the afternoon. Lots of cold air in place for next week, but at least today there seems to be a warming trend going into tomorrow and into Friday. Precipitation chances, I have 80%. Very late, most likely after midnight in many locations here in the Valley. Storm Prediction Center is not, I repeat, not showing any coloring whatsoever in the lower 48 today. That means no severe storms. That means no general thunderstorms of any kind for the day today or on the day on Thursday. That does change, however, on Friday. Some thunderstorms are likely to form, it would appear, based on their analysis, over the state of Louisiana, parts of Mississippi, and southern Arkansas. There could be some general thunderstorms there on Friday. Outside of that, we've got quiet weather as we're going to be setting up the stage for some rain very late Friday night, Saturday mornings. There's the Futurecast. Let me check in with some comments. A lot to cover in this short period of time. I got a note from Diane Ladyhawk. She's got this good morning, and she's applauding. She says, comment she wrote was, I'd rather snore than extreme cold. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of folks who would rather have other types of weather, but the extreme cold we remember from last January brings back memories. My bones are ready for spring, says Marilyn Bell. Thank you for that comment. I think you share, or a lot of people share that same thought, Marilyn. But she says, have a great day, everyone. And Janet Potts, also on here, she says it's 20 degrees in Talbot at my house right now, and she's looking forward to the warmer temperatures today, in quotation marks. Have a great day, everyone. We hit 41 yesterday. We'll be lucky to hit 38, at least upper 30s, I think, are probably more reasonable for the heart of the valley. So we look at this big blue H. This is going to keep the clouds at a minimum today. Bright sunshine today, still chilly. We head into Thursday, maybe a few flakes for West Virginia. They're preparing for a little more accumulation up in the mountains of West Virginia, and maybe a few flakes squeeze into the Smokies, but not a huge deal. In fact, as we move into Friday, I think the sun's back out, mostly sunny. We've warmed things up, and then it's late Friday night. This is mainly a rain event, but there's a hint of blue. You see that? Just northwest of Hickory. There's a little hint of pink north of Hickory. There's a little bit of a mix. I'd say it's a mainly rain event, as this will be warm enough to support rain upstairs and down. But then on the backside, things will change on Sunday. By the way, it's 6:59. Time for your forecast. Bright sunshine, chilly today, I think is a key word. Chilly indeed, with winds 3 to 8 miles per hour. Tonight, or today, 38 for Newport, 40 for Sevierville. Looking for a high in Kingston, Rockwood, Harriman of 39 degrees. And if we look at today, if you're traveling, they should be closer to 50 in Atlanta. 24 for Lexington, 42 for Charlotte, and if you're headed far westbound, 44 for Memphis in Shelby County. Tonight we're down to 24, plenty of stars. It will be cold, winds out of the southwest, generally 3 to 8. Tonight we're down to 22 for Morristown, Newport, Parrottsville, and Cosby, 24 for Knoxville, Carnes, Farragut, and Hardin Valley, and 21 for Crossville, 21 for Oneida for your low temperature tonight into early tomorrow morning. Speaking of tomorrow, let's take a look at your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast. It's 7 o'clock straight up. I wanted to finish on time. Looks like I'm doing so. But it does turn rainy at times on Saturday. It's not a washout, but with an 80% chance of rain. If it's not raining, it maybe have just rained. And then it's going to start raining again type of situation where they come in and go out. An early high temperature on Sunday around 1 in the morning, but we'll spend most of the day in the 30s, eventually in the 20s, because Monday and Tuesday may have to be altered. Right now I have us in the upper 20s for highs, temperatures around 13 Monday night, Tuesday. So if it's 13 in Knoxville, it's likely to be in the single digits in Crossville, Fairfield, Glade, Oneida, Jamestown. You got to put that on the table. So again, 13, I circled there at the bottom right, but that's just the valley. There will be some areas that will be in the single digits, no doubt, I think, Monday night and into Tuesday morning. By the way, if you haven't checked out Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, I encourage you to do so. Not only have they been around for such a long time, but they do an excellent job in everything that they do. They're the #1 tire service and auto repair since 1953. They're in Knoxville, which is the Farragut location, Maryville, Lenoir City, Athens, and Hardin Valley. Check them out. I've got their phone numbers on the screen. It's madlocktireservice.com. That's madlocktireservice.com. Very thrilled to have them as a sponsor. Well, my name is David Aldrich. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.